Welcome to the session. Am I audible and visible? One of you please confirm. Who is this? A rare talent. I'm in front of you. Please let me know. Audible, visible. I'm in the studio right now. Looks like we have a technical issue. Very good morning. Please answer my question. Bhavani says, yes, sir. Fine. Wonderful. So, once again, a very good morning to all of you and welcome to the session, the Hindu editorial analysis for proficiency in English. I think there was a technical issue. I started at 9:03, but we lost 4 minutes. The very first one, I don't mind doing it again. Plans for polls. When you see the word polls, you have to think of words related to elections: constituency, contest, campaign, canvass, rigging, booth capturing, all these, thumping majority, landslide victory, all the words you have to recollect as a smart learner. But there's one important word here. Myanmar Janta ends state of emergency. There's one important word, Janta. Janta means a military rule. And this particular military rule in Myanmar decides to end the military rule and go in for polls or elections. Now let us go to the second snippet. This has been in the limelight for quite some time. It goes with a place in Karnataka called Dharmasala, and there's a famous temple also. And it has been in the limelight for all wrong reasons. A whistleblower says he buried hundreds of bodies, women and kids. And to check the authenticity, Karnataka state government has formed a body. In that process, against that backdrop, they are trying to find out the authenticity of that particular claim. And they have found the human bones. Mass burial case, Dharmasala excavation, unearths human bones. There are two words over here. One is excavation, the other one unearths. Excavate means to dig up. What is the job of an archaeologist? Archaeologists excavate the past. We cannot use the word dig. Dig goes with everyday English. We have to say excavate. Unearth means bring to the limelight, make something public, unveil, unearth. It goes more with cases. Here, mass burial case, and human bones have been found. Means there's some sort of authenticity to his allegation or claim. Coming to the next snippet, fresh hearing. Supreme Court recalls judgment for BPSL liquidation. Fresh hearing. Again, whenever you see the word or any news item for that matter that goes with legal dimension, you have to recollect words like plaintiff, defendant, file a case, trial, hearing, convict, guilty, innocent, acquit, alibi, judgment, verdict, all these words. First hearing, second hearing. And here one important word. We have government office, prospective government officers and prospective bankers. Liquidation, an important word, goes with the financial aspect. Liquidate means make something null and void. One of the meanings, let me tell you that. Exactly. Privatization, I don't think so. Please check once. Liquidate something has a different connotation, different meaning. Coming to the next news item or news snippet, parlay. Can ICJ, what do the letters stand for? Dilute also you can say, very good, dilution, liquidation. That is better. Coming to ICJ, International Court of Justice, where is it? Hague. And International Court of Justice, headquarters, Hague. That you have to recollect. Can ICJ make nations pay for past emissions? Today, if you look at nations, broadly we have developed and developing. Forget about underdeveloped. Developed countries in the past, they emitted, they caused a pollution. In 90s, they had this acid rain because of air pollution. Now the question is, in the recent judgment, the International Court of Justice must have said something. Based on that, the newspaper raises a question. What is that? Can ICJ make nations pay for past emissions? Its recent landmark ruling, another important word, raises questions. Two important words. One is landmark. Usually we talk about address. We ask the other person what is a landmark. Means important thing to locate that particular address. But landmark judgment, landmark ruling. In this context, it means something very important. Landmark ruling raises questions. You all know the moment you see the word rise or raise, you have to recollect both the verbs. Rise, rose, risen, raise, raised, raised. Both you have to recollect. Stepping up. Step up means to increase, to take to a different level altogether, to put more efforts. Coming to this one, Karun rescues India on a rain hit past day. Please excuse me. Here we have one word. Stepping up, an important phrasal verb. Step up your efforts, put in more efforts, take to the next level, increase, and rescue, to help. But the moment you see rain hit past today, rain, you have to think of words like downpour, heavy rain, rain cats and dogs, rain in torrents, torrential rains, to get wet, to get drenched, to get soaked. All these words you have to recollect. And also words related to rain, storm, hurricane, so many are there, tornado, all these you have to recollect, natural disasters. That is being a smart learner. Let us go to the headline, today's the front page of the Hindu paper. There's one important word. What is it? Today's editorial also, today's editorial, the regular pattern. You will learn the words, you will listen to analysis, you will work on mini mocks. It says, India, a bright spot, says, please excuse me, says government amid tirade. That's an important word. Coming to the first one, says, tell me why is it important? Please excuse me for that. Here we have bright spot means in a good shape, in a good condition. Says a reporting verb in present. Then you have to recollect the rule that goes with indirect speech. If the reporting verb is in present tense, present perfect, or future, the tenses don't change to a corresponding past tense. That you have to recollect. Many of our students know amid. Amid means what? Amidst. Both mean the same. In the middle of. That many of our students know. But there's an important word here. What is the meaning of this word? A long, angry speech against someone. What is the meaning of that? Long, angry speech against someone. An important word. It has been given a few times. Now let us go to the other snippets. India bloc to step up. Again, we have got the phrasal verb step up. Protest against Bihar SIR. This has been in the limelight for quite some time. We have got many a time. And Bihar elections, SIR, India bloc, the opposition not happy. They, based on that, they wanted to step up, protest against Bihar SIR. Former Tamil Nadu CM Paneer Selvam leaves the NDA. Former has two different meanings. One meaning when you see this diatribe, who is this inspired? Very good. Who is this? Nagesh, comment, wonderful. Coming to this former vice president, former CM in the past, but former has another meaning important from the exam point of view. Imagine there are two persons, one in the first position, the other in the second position. Then we say the former, the latter, not later. There are two important words you have to recollect. One is later. Tell me what does it refer to? Later. The other one, latter. What does it refer to? Later refers to time, latter refers to position. The former means first in position, the latter means second in position. This is very important exam point of view. You have to recollect. He leaves the NDA, very simple. Pak court jails 200 supporters of Imran Khan. Those who follow cricket, they know Imran Khan, once the captain of Pakistan team, cricket team, a very popular bowler, come cricket player, batsman, all-rounder, like a Kapil Dev. And later he could head the country, but now he is in trouble. Based on that, 200 of his supporters, they were sentenced to jail or they were jailed. 200 supporters of Imran Khan. That is backdrop information you can understand. Coming to the pick, you can make out something to do with the defense. Passing the baton. Baton has two different meanings, two, three or four meanings in fact. One meaning, sometimes you watch Western countries, not in our country, and our country rarely. Western countries, they are known for music concerts. What is the meaning of concert? A musical program, either vocal or instrumental. On stage, you see a lot of musicians. One person holds a thin stick and he keeps doing like this. That person is called a conductor. You should not think of the bus conductor. This conductor, a different word altogether. And that stick is known as baton. One meaning. Second meaning, you see police, when they resort to lathi charge, they use a stick. That is also called baton. In this context, it means responsibility, onus, responsibility. Pass on, pass it on. Passing the baton. Change of guard. A parade was held at INS Shikra to mark the change of command of flag officer, commanding in chief. Very important word. Tell me, why is it important? Western Naval Command. Commander in chief. A compound noun. Ah, you got it, Nagesh and Vishnu. You should not think of a bus conductor, I said, based on that reaction. Tell me, why is this commander in chief important? Commander in chief is a compound noun. And compound nouns don't take at the end of the word, last word, S or ES. The key word takes S or ES. When you say commander in chief, what is the key word? Commander. What is the plural? Commanders in chief. Mother in law, mothers in law. People say mother in laws. That's a common error that you have to recollect. Compound noun. Coming to the next snippet, Special NIA court acquits all 7 accused in Malagaon bomb blast after 17 years. Here we have a familiar word. Someone has been acquitted. If someone is found innocent, there are two terms, innocent, guilty. They go with everyday English. They also go with legal dimension. They have the legal dimension. Innocent means a person has not committed crime. Then the person will be acquitted. He won't be punished. Guilty means a person who has committed crime. Then the person will be convicted. Convict is a verb form. Convict is a noun form. After 17 years, they have been acquitted. That is a bit strange. Coming to the next headline, as he pulls up, there is one important phrasal verb. Pull up someone, question someone, or question someone's actions, or mild scolding, and putting someone in a tight spot, we say pull up. The management has pulled up the new manager. Means what? He has been questioned. Some action. Supreme Court pulls up Telangana Speaker over pending defection petitions against 10 BRS MLAs. To provide the backdrop information, when Congress came into power, the incumbent government, incumbent regime in Telangana state, Congress party, some BRS MLAs defected the political party BRS. Jumping from one party to another party, we call it political defection. Regarding that, it has been quite some time, and BRS has been demanding these 10 BRS MLAs should be banned and they should go in for fresh elections. But the Speaker has been holding it. It has been quite some time. Regarding that, Supreme Court pulls up Telangana Speaker over pending defection petitions against 10 BRS MLAs. Now, some of our students are really smart. Before I say, they come up with what one has to recollect. When you see a word like MLA, as a sharp learner, smart learner, you have to recollect the rule that goes with indefinite articles. Before MLA, MP, SP, X-ray, FIR, we should not use A, we have to use AN. Because all these begin with a vowel sound. That is important. An MP, an MLA, that you have to recollect. Very good. I appreciate those students. That's all from the front page of today's Hindu paper. Let us go to our regular format, the Hindu editorial analysis. Initially, we lost 5 minutes because of the technical glitch. It's already 21 past 9. I'll try to do it a bit fast. But before I go for editorial analysis, this is an important editorial. I would like to reiterate an important editorial because I have already given the acronym. What is the acronym I have created? SLEEPS. What do the letters stand for? S for science and technology, L for legal, E for education, another E for economy, the most important, P for polity, and S for socio-cultural problems. I always tell students, any article related to economy, especially Indian economy, very important. There's every possibility to get that in the exam as a passage, close test, parajumble. And today's editorial is related to Indian economy, specifically related to foreign trade, exports and imports. To be very specific, to be precise, it deals with Indian exports. Very important. Word of caution. All these, the benefits if you watch the analysis or you spend time with the session, you are part of the session, so much enrichment. Today we have got a few important words and important idioms. What is the very first one? When you see that, immediately you have to recollect SOAR, SORE, SOUR. First two are pronounced the same way. Soar. Eagles soar high in the sky. Fly high in the sky, first one. I have a sore throat. Today, right now, I have a sore throat. What does it mean? Painful. And using that logic, people say sour. No, sour. How do you pronounce it? Sour. And that goes more with the taste. And in this context, it goes with the relationship getting spoiled. Part of speech verb, past form of sour, meaning to become less friendly, less positive, or less successful. To deteriorate in quality or atmosphere. You all know the word deterioration, going down. Deteriorating standards means what? Going down. Yes, that's good. Who is this? Vishnu. Wonderful. What are the word forms? Verb sour, sours, soured, souring. Noun rarely we use sourness. Used metaphorically. Adjective same thing. Word combinations, soured relations, mood, ties. Synonyms deteriorated, worsened, declined, turned bad. Positive words, antonyms improved, strengthened, warmed, flourished. Flourish an important word. Usually I give the combination flourishing business. Someone's business is flourishing means what? Doing extremely well. Yes, mitigate, decline. But context is important. We have got this for the first time. Whenever you come across a new word or a new idiom, new expression, after the session, you got to spend some time and you have to consolidate. A ring fencing, what does it mean? A verb used as a noun in economic policy context. Editorial deals with economic context, so they have used. To protect a part of something, such as an asset, budget, or sector, from external influence or use, especially for security or priority. In this context, protecting agriculture and dairy, these two, if you read, you understand. Word forms ring fence, ring fences, ring fenced, ring fencing, noun ring fencing. Word combinations ring fencing, agriculture in this context, resources and funds. Synonyms, very simple word, protect, safeguard, isolate, insulate. Antonyms, expose, open up, liberalize, deregulate. Mercurial. Many kids try to play with mercury. I don't know how many of you played. Not all the time, not regular play. What I mean, sometimes they come across, imagine a thermometer is broken and then the mercury comes out. They try to keep it as a souvenir. And when they have it in the palm, they move the palm, the hand, it also moves in the same direction. I'm sure you guys know that. But in this context, mercurial, it is not stable, it keeps moving in different directions and also the shape also changes. Based on that, mercurial means not stable, one thing, and another connotation, unpredictable. What is the other meaning? Unpredictable. Capricious, very good. Inspired. I appreciate that. Inspired by what? Inspired by world. Wonderful. Mercurial part of speech adjective, subject to sudden or unpredictable changes of mood or mind, unpredictable. That dimension you have to catch. Word forms mercurial, mercuriality. Rarely we use noun form. Mercurially also rare. Mercurial adjective form. We use that form all the time. Word combinations mercurial leader, mercurial temperament, mercurial decision making. Synonyms unpredictable, volatile, erratic, temperamental. You got to be careful here. When you say volatile, it means not stable. But here another connotation is there. Not stable and unpredictable. Erratic, an important word. Erratic behavior, unpredictable behavior, temperamental behavior. These words go more with mood swings rather. Antonyms consistent, stable, predictable, steady. Snide we have got for the first time. I have been doing for so many years. I have come across this for the first time. Snide. Have you heard of this? Part of speech adjective. I use this word while talking about certain things. Derogatory. Derogatory also an important word. It means insulting. Imagine a person, someone passes a comment against someone else, insulting manner, ridiculing manner. Then we say it's a derogatory statement, an important word, or mocking in an indirect way. Word forms adjective snide, noun snideness, adverb snidely. Word combinations, these combinations are very important. Snide remark, never heard of that. And snide comment, snide statement. Synonyms sarcastic, mocking, derisive, an important word, sneering. Sneer also means the same, looking down upon someone, ridiculing someone. Antonyms respectful, sincere, complimentary, kind. You got to be careful. I means related to praising. E means completing something. That's all about editorial vocabulary. Let us go to today's editorial. Some important idioms are there. Soured relations means relations got spoiled. Between who? Between India and the US. Based on what? On Trump's 25% tariff and penalty. Two things are there. Relations got spoiled because of two things. One, 25% tariffs. The other one, some penalty still waiting. What is the main idea? The higher US tariffs place India at a relative disadvantage. Today, the tariffs have gone up. Based on that, the higher US tariffs, impact of that. Belittling, very good, Nagesh, I appreciate that. Shyamala says derogatory, that's right, defamatory, pravalika, very good. Here, tariffs, these higher tariffs place India where? At a relative disadvantage. The whole editorial is about that. Let us see how it goes. The 25% tariff plus penalty on imports of Indian goods in the United States announced by President Donald Trump should have come as no surprise to India. Should have come as no penalty means punishment, some sort of punishment. Punitive measure. Punitive measure means some sort of punishment, penalty. You violate a rule, you make a mistake, then you have to pay the penalty. You all know the word penalty. It goes with sports also. What the sentence means, these are tariffs, not a surprise. How can we say not a surprise? Means expected, based on what has been going on for the last 2 or 3 months. Mr. Trump has for a while now talks about past to present. Then we have to use either present perfect or present perfect continuous. Mr. Trump has for a while now has been voicing. These are the words you have to focus on. Answer my question, has been voicing. Which tense is that? Active voice or passive voice? Has been teaching, has been writing, has been talking, has been voicing. It is present perfect continuous tense, active voice. Voicing what? His displeasure at India's dealings with Russia with regard to energy dealings and military equipment. Donald Trump is not happy with India. What does it mean? Trump is not happy with India. Why is he not happy? because of the relation between or the dealings between India and Russia, especially two areas. One goes with purchasing oil. When Western countries imposed the sanctions against Russia, Indians bought oil from Russia. That is the first bone of contention, apple of discord. Second one, we have a good relationship with Russia. We buy defense equipment from Russia. He is not happy about that military equipment. An important word. Answer my question, equipment's right or wrong? Equipment's wrong. You have to say equipment. There is no word like equipments. That you have to recollect. He has also been quite vocal. Has been vocal. Here it is not. Here it is not. Okay. Here it is not passive voice. Many students, the moment they see been, they think passive voice. Need not be. He has been our student. She has been our student. Present perfect active voice. He has also been quite vocal. Means a very strong in expressing views, assertive about India's high tariff and non-tariff barriers. He is not happy with India's high tariff, one thing, and also not happy with non-tariff barriers. Barrier means bottleneck, hindrance, hurdle, impediment. All the words you have to recollect. These were the reasons he cited. These were the reasons he quoted in his announcement on Wednesday. Add to this these facts. Whatever he has said, editorial tells us, vehement also you can say, Nagesh. Yes, strong, firm, assertive, vehement, loud, clear. All the words can be recollected based on vocal. Add to this these facts. What are the facts? Two facts. First, US Trade Representative Jameson Greer, as recently as Monday, had said past perfect that a trade deal with India needed some more negotiations. They wanted some more time, some more negotiations, first factor. Second, Indian Commerce Ministry officials had stopped talking about a mini deal for a while now. For a while now, here we have already over in the first, had stopped talking about a mini deal for a while now. Actual deal deadline fall, but in between, before that, mini deals, even that hasn't materialized. Thus, the writing on the wall, I said this editorial has a few important idioms. The writing on the wall, the first one, what does it mean? Something is crystal clear, something is obvious, something is apparent. The writing on the wall was pretty clear. A deal before August 1st was not in the offing. One more. Not in the offing means not going to happen, not going to materialize. That's also an important expression. The only uncertainty in this mix was a mercurial trump. There's a lot of uncertainty. And in this, the only uncertainty in this mix was the mercurial trump. Means other things are certain. Someone or something is uncertain, unpredictable. In this context, who is that person? Our Donald Trump was a mercurial trump, but he has finally made his position clear. Initially, he was mercurial, means what? Unpredictable, volatile, not stable. Now he has made his stand crystal clear. He has finally made, present perfect active voice, his position clear. However, while there was an expectation that a mini deal would not materialize, something does seem to have shifted in India-US relations. No one was expecting for that expression, okay? Coming to this sentence, however, contrasting word, while there was an expectation that a mini deal would not materialize, they expected nothing would materialize, but something else happened. Something does seem to have shifted in India-US relations. There's a shift in the relations. What is that shift? While preventing its misuse against, this I think from yesterday we got, this has to be deleted. This is showing up now, okay. While designing, I forgot to remove that sentence. Please don't consider that sentence. Continuation. Previous sentence talks about what? Shift does seem to have shifted in India-US relations. What is that shift? This is showing up now in Mr. Trump's language as a snide remark, derogatory remark on Thursday about Pakistan selling oil to India in the future, or he even more recently calling the Indian economy dead. There's a shift in India US relations. What is that shift? How is it evident? Based on Trump's words, he has made two categorical statements. One, it is about a derogatory remark saying that now, to provide the backdrop information, the US and Pakistan, they have joined hands to explore oil reserves in Pakistan. And based on that, Donald Trump says, because oil reserves are there, the US is going to play a crucial role, extract those resources. In future, perhaps Pakistan may sell oil to India in a way that is derogatory for India from Indian perspective point of view. The second one, calling Indian economy dead, which is not at all acceptable. He says Indian economy, Russian economy dead, not acceptable. Whether this was him venting his frustration at not being able to secure a deal with India, whether it takes, or you have to be alert. Whether this was him venting out. Vent out means what? To take out. When we are frustrated, we take out our frustration on someone. Someone becomes a scapegoat. Then, because you get vexed, take out, vent out. His frustration at not being able to secure a deal with India, is it because he could not get a deal with India? Question mark. Or whether something else has triggered him is not clear yet. Is it because of the weather deal? Is it because of the trade deal? Or is it because of something else? Not clear. Yet you got to recollect, I have told many a time. The fact is that both sides have not budged from their core policies. Budging means yielding, surrendering, give in. Both the countries, the US and India, both the countries haven't changed the stand or the stance. Budge means to yield. From the core policies, means important policies. What are those policies? We'll come to know. The US wants India to reduce its tariffs and provide market access across the board. An important expression. Across the board here means different sectors. The US wants access. US also wants the tariffs to be brought down. What does India want? And India has held firm about ring fencing, agriculture and dairy. The US wants to have access to agriculture and dairy. But India is ring fencing, means what? Protecting Indian agriculture and also Indian dairy. An important sentence. And the second part talks about all of this makes negotiating a potential bilateral trade agreement, BTA, that much more complicated. It becomes very complicated because every country, both the countries are firm on their stands. Where government officials have constantly changed deadlines for a mini deal, they have been remarkably consistent about meeting the fall deadline for the BTA. Government officials have constantly changed deadlines for a mini deal. They have been changing. But on one thing, they have been firm. They have been remarkably consistent about meeting the fall deadline for the BTA. The deadline, actual deadline for BTA, fall. Fall means what? Season in this context. If you take British English, 4 seasons: summer, winter, spring, autumn. American English, 4 seasons: summer, winter, spring. They don't use the word autumn, they use the word fall season here. But now Mr. Trump has linked India's dealings with Russia to India's trade relations with the US. The problem has come up because Trump has linked India's trade dealings with Russia, and against that backdrop, he is trying to negotiate trade dealings with India. Who India does business with is a sovereign matter. This is an important sentence. With whom would have been better. India is a sovereign country, and India has a right, has a privilege to do business with anyone for that matter. It is up to India to decide whom to do with, whom not to do with, because India is a sovereign country. Sovereign means what? Political independent. Just because US doesn't like, we cannot stop our dealings with Russia. Just because US doesn't want something, we cannot change our policies. India is a sovereign country. Who India does business with is a sovereign matter, And the Ministry of Commerce and Industry rightfully reiterated, editorial is supporting, rightfully reiterated its commitment to securing India's national interest. For us, US is not important. No doubt it is important. But what is the bottom line? What is the most important thing? Our sovereignty is important and our interest, national interest is important. Coming to the next sentence, criminalizing normal. Oh, I don't know why. Even here, I think I'm really sorry about it. I was doing in a hurry. For the first time this has happened, I have been doing for the last 3-4 years the Hindu editorial analysis. For the first time, please excuse me regarding that. I think from here we have to continue. On the other hand, the US accounts for around a fifth of India's exports. This is the reason why we have to consider, we cannot completely ignore the US. When it comes to exports, one-fifth of India's exports we are exporting to the US, means 20%. That is substantial. On the other side, on the other hand, on the other side, important phrase, the 25% tariffs plus a yet unknown penalty. He is going to penalize, but what is that penalty? We don't know. We have to wait and watch. Thank you very much, Nagesh. Penalty places India at a relative disadvantage because of these 25% tariffs and unknown penalty. India will not be in an advantageous position. It will have a disadvantage when compared to competitors such as South Korea, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines. I've told you guys many a time. The Philippines, the Netherlands, the Irish Republic, the USA, the UK, you have to recollect, and Vietnam. Trade associations representing several sectors have already voiced their concern. Obviously, because of this, exporters, they get worried, they have concerns, and have voiced their concerns. They have taken to the notice of the government, Indian government. Indian negotiators will have to work doubly hard to conclude an acceptable deal. Will have to, an important expression. Will refers to future, have to talks about an obligation imposed by an external authority or a situation. Will have to work doubly hard, put in more efforts to conclude an acceptable deal. Then exporters will be happy. Now let us go to questions based on comprehension skill and reasoning skill. Try to answer the first one. What is the central theme? What is this editorial about? Punishing India, not correct. Expose the impact of the US tariffs on India and the shifting dynamics of India-US trade relations. No one has answered. Very good. Vishnu is the first one. B is the answer. Manisha also B. Two dimensions. Impact of the US tariffs on India and the excuse me, and the shifting dynamics of India-US trade relations. Question number 2. What is the tone of the editorial? Tone. Easy to, based on elimination approach, it is not appreciative, it is not optimistic. Nothing to appreciate here, nothing to laugh at, not humorous, not satirical. No need to be apologetic, no need to be submissive. So what is it about? Tone is what? Objective and cautionary. I always tell students, you got to know two words. They have other meanings as well. Subjective, objective. Subjective means personal. Objective means fact-based. Imagine you have said something. It is purely your personal opinion, then we say subjective statement. But you have said something based on facts and figures, then we say your statement is objective in nature. Critical. Critical, you can say that, but more than critical, cautionary. What is the reason? Here, editorial cannot criticize someone because it deals with trade, it goes with trade deal, it goes with exports, but it can, a word of caution, cautionary. What is that caution? Exporters have voiced their concerns because their future is at stake. They are the stakeholders. A word of caution, got to deal carefully. Let us go to the next one. Explicit info based question. According to the editorial, what has contributed to the collapse of the mini deal between India and the US? Something has contributed. We could not, mini deal hasn't materialized yet. So, what is the reason behind? My pleasure, Manisha. Please mention the question number. Avinash, please always, all of you mention the question number, only then I can respond properly. A change in Indian political leadership, not correct. Trump's sudden change of heart, not correct. Lack of progress in negotiations and hardened policy positions. When it comes to core policies, the US and India both have taken a very firm stand. That has resulted in the deadlock. Answer is C. Try to answer the next one. Question number 4. Writer's view. Which of the following best summarizes a writer's view on Trump's recent statements about India? Trump has given two statements about India. Derogatory means what? Insulting. One, he says, in future, Pakistan may sell oil to India. Second, he says, Indian economy has become a dead economy. Both are not acceptable. They reflect a deep understanding of Indian economic policies, not correct. Diplomatically sound and justified, not correct. They show his unpredictability and possible frustration over failed negotiations. Answer is C. Very good. What can be inferred about the editorial stance on India's trade policy? Regarding India's trade policy, what is a stand? What is a stance or stand? Both mean the same. Of the editorial. Criticizes India? No. Fully supports the US? Not correct. Based on the keywords, you can eliminate. It acknowledges India's right to protect its national interest while urging strategic negotiations. Answer is obviously C. Let us go to mini mocks. First question, questions based on exam topics. First question based on error location. Though the current Indian lineup looks enough good to retain the Olympiad gold next year, it is imperative that the country needs to spot and nurture fresh young talent. This is an easy one, though they have given many a time in different competitive exams because it goes with common errors. Yes, acknowledge means to recognize, to accept. Here, enough good is not correct. We have to say good enough, large enough, intelligent enough, big enough. This is a pattern. Here, good is an adjective, enough is an adverb. Enough can be an adverb, enough can be an adjective. He has enough time. I don't have enough time. Here it is an adjective. I'm good enough when it comes to teaching English grammar. Here it is an adverb. They have given many a time. You got to get the pattern. Here we have a question related to filler. Divya's yesterday's editorial, Divya Deshmukh, all about her. Divya's inspiring win at the World Cup will likely more young girls to take up chess as a career. Take up chess as a career. Context is positive. Obviously, we need a positive. This particular win of Divya Deshmukh may inspire, motivate, encourage. These are the words you have to think of. Detest means to hate something, to dislike something, negative word. Intimidate means to frighten someone, penalize, punish, isolate, separate. Answer is motivate. Very good. Question number 3. The Indian Chess Federation must now focus on a strong pipeline of young female players. Yesterday's editorial says now we have a bunch of young female players. It is the onus is on Chess Federation to nurture their talent. Positive context. You cannot say discouraging. Depleting means going down, neglecting, avoiding all negative words. Foster, fostering, focus on fostering. Yes, very good. Next one deals with the word traction used incorrectly. Careful. Let me tell you, traction has two meanings. One meaning based on yesterday's editorial, to receive a lot of attention, to be in the limelight. One meaning. Another meaning goes with tires, grip. Traction means what? The grip. If you take two-wheelers, four-wheelers, the tires should have the grip. That is also known as traction. The new policy gained significant traction. Nothing wrong. Her chess win got plenty of traction, plenty of attention. Nothing wrong. The car lost the traction on the icy road. Means the car lost the grip on the icy road. Nothing wrong. He suffered from traction in his lower back after lifting weights. This is wrong. Answer is the fourth option. No, fourth option. Nothing wrong with the third one. Choose a sentence where the word grueling is used correctly. Grueling fight. To put in a lot of effort. When you try for something, you put in a lot of effort, you face a lot of hardships, then we use the word grueling. It was a grueling win as she defeated all her opponents easily. These are contrasting. Grueling win, then you cannot use defeating the opponents easily. That means this itself is wrong. You don't have to go to other options, but you should always cross-check. The athlete trained for months for the grueling triathlon. I think they want correctly. This is wrong. She had a grueling sleep. This is also wrong. Grueling means entertaining and relaxing. Wrong. So what is the answer? The athlete trained for months for the grueling triathlon. B is the answer. Very good. Next one. 5 phrasal verbs based on the letter J. I have been bringing A to Z idioms, A to Z phrasal verbs, alternate days. Jack up means to raise something, especially prices significant. It goes with prices, do remember. Answer is second one. Jam up, to block or stop something from moving or functioning. Jaw away. Jaw goes more with speaking. You can guess based on that, to talk at length, usually in a dull or tiresome manner. Join in, to take part in an activity. Jot down. I am giving you some points, then you can use 2 expressions. Note down, jot down. Jot down is a phrasal verb. To quickly write something down. 2, 3, 5, 4, 1. Very good. I appreciate those who have got it right. Aspirant, all the 5 correct. We got a few important words yesterday. Yesterday I could not do the editorial session, but these words we got. Now I see Nishkala. Very good. Divya also. Bhavani, Nagesh, Vishnu, Varma, all. Wonderful. Pravalika, Chandu. Top board means top player. Catch up has 2 meanings. One meaning, if you are lagging behind, you try to reach the same level of others. Catch up. Catch up also means to become popular. Top board means top player, top performer. Astonishing, surprising, amazing, incredible, impressive. Limelight, to receive attention. Grueling, something that involves a lot of effort or you have to face a lot of problems. Outwitting, being smarter than others, being better than others. Traction, 2 meanings. One meaning, grip, goes with tires. Another meaning, traction means to receive a lot of attention. A reigning champion, current champion. A reigning World Cup champion, current World Cup champion. That's all for today. I hope you guys have got enriched. Thanks for being with me till the fag end of the session. Have a nice day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.